How's that?
No, I am telling you to not zoom in, zoom out.
Oh, you want it
to the north.
smaller. You want to see the whole? Does that
Yes.
help you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So this question 39, they basically want to know is, have you ever, not in the last 5 years, not 20 years ago, ever, meaning your whole entire life, been declined for any life, health, or disability? This is a question, that they need you to know, because if you have a long history of some type of a health element, that could potentially have the outcome of this application. So I'm going to say lots of times, sometimes you will see that agents, when we were saying that we'll take the best plan, the best offer, and you'll see this, yes, because they went to State Farm and got a decline. So they're applying all over the place to see if they can get any insurance anywhere. So this is sometimes you'll even see this no. And they'll find out. Now this will, with MID, you don't find out the details of the case if I applied somewhere else. It's called code details. It's a code, and it basically just tells you if the case is closed, if it was declined. It gives you just a brief of the outcome of the case. So the carriers could potentially come back to you and say, please provide us details of other insurance applied for within the last 6 months, or please provide details of application that was declined, with such and such 2 years ago. Remember, all these questions, and I tell this to my agents all the time, especially when it comes to tobacco use. Tobacco use, you have people, their ideal situation is, let's say they're a closet smoker. A closet smoker is somebody that just doesn't, just smokes at parties or on weekends. They don't smoke during the week or maybe on holidays. Well, to clients, they're not considered a smoker because they're not smoking every day. But the insurance carriers consider you a smoker. If you are willing to take 1 or 2 cigarettes on a weekend or a special holiday or a cigar, the likelihood of you picking up that habit or you doing it more than just on those special occasions is more likely than unlikely. So where I was leading off to this is, and I'm sure if you haven't seen it, you will, people will say in the tobacco use questionnaire when we get down there, if it's on this application, they'll say no. During the exam, when it's questioned, have you ever? No. On the lab ticket, no. Everything's no, no, no. But when the labs are done, in the urine specimen, if there's a trace of nicotine within a certain amount, the carriers will consider you a smoker. So everything on the application on all the forms could say no, but as soon as we get those lab results and there's nicotine in the urine, you would think the carriers right there would say, you know what, you're an automatic decline because you did not divulge everything, and we don't feel that you're an honest insured. But instead, what they do is they will have you, as a case manager, go back to the agent to ask the client to reiterate the question again. So where I was getting to this is I had a client, everything, no, 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 no. Nicotine was found in the urine, and he came back and he says, no, I don't smoke, whatever. But he said, my girlfriend sells cigarettes. And, once you have that finding, the proof, the error ratio of it not being correct is like, what is it, Lori? What would you say statistically? I mean, usually what will happen is an insured will fess up and finally say, you know what, yeah, I did have a cigarette, a day or two before the exam, or, whatever. What do you think the statistics are? I've never really gotten a number, but.
As to how many are actually who test positive are using tobacco, even if they say they're not?
Yeah.
I'd say it's in the high 90s.
Yeah.
But we'll go over that in underwriting.
Yeah.
We'll go into that more. A lot of the risk stuff even though it's fascinating and we love to talk about it, we'll go over more of that in underwriting, and we'll talk more about the different applications.
Yeah, we'll elaborate on that. But what I wanted to tell you was how important these questions are to get answered, because imagine you as an insurer, you're applying for life insurance and you don't answer these questions correctly and you die, okay? And they don't just, the carriers don't just, send you a check for the death benefit and they're on their merry way. They do an investigation. There's certain things that they ask for. They'll ask for medical records from your doctor. And if they see that you have had a history of smoking and that you were not honest during the application process, they will deny the claim. They won't pay the claim. So everything you're doing is for nothing. So in reality, that's why I was saying it's so important for insurers to answer these questions correctly, because there could be ultimately that you're leaving your beneficiaries nothing, no benefit, anything. And it's actually more heartache than it's worth it to have them go through that.